Hello, today's date is February 19th, 2019. For today's video source inspection, we are filming a fully refurbished 4300 S model spin rinser dryer, or as we like to call it for short, SRD. This tool also was poly reskinned. Instead of having normal poly cabinets, we have FM 4910 compliant reskinning. I will not be sharing our customer's identity with you today, as we like to keep their identity confidential. I will share their general location. They are located in New York, and we're going to show you a complete cycle today to show the function of this spin rinser dryer, the 4300 S model SRD. Before we get started, let's go ahead and see what's under the hood. Our customer did not provide a rotor or cassette. We have a full boat of 6-inch wafers with our test rotor, which is an A182 60 MB. We have N2 purging into the bowl. The recipe we'll be running today is a 30-second rinse at 500 RPM, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800 RPM. Then right into a dry one of 90 seconds at 1800 RPM. This is where we're trying to sling as much water as possible off the wafers before we let our heaters really do the work. In our dry 2, the last part of the recipe, we have a 240-second dry 2, and this is at low RPMs 500. I'm going to discuss our refurbishment process as well as our spare parts and service support and some equipment that we supply here at SciTech while we run the tool. And I'll keep you updated on how the tool is performing. Our customers are going to be really excited to get this installed in their fab. Let's begin. Excuse me, that was the EMO settings. I need to turn on the tool here. So we are in our rinse. If you need to get a tool serviced or refurbished, please call us at 916-797-9000. or visit our website, www.scitechprocess.com, to see our entire catalog of spare parts and equipment offerings. We have 5 seconds left in our rinse. We're going to jump into our purge at a high RPMs. You're going to start seeing the water on this window kind of move in a different pattern than during the rinse. As we're spinning, the water droplets you see are kind of spinning into a smaller volume, and eventually there's going to be less and less and less as the cycle goes on and as we dry. We're in dry 1. About a minute and a half before we get to dry 2 and slow back down to 500 RPMs. Every SRD that is sent into SciTech goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the SRD and break it down to the component level. This is where we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as individually test all parts for function. Once all of our parts are prepped, we then build the tool back up. Once the tool is completely built up, it goes into our dry quality control check. So we're running nice and smooth. As you see, we have less droplets of water on the bowl, and we're still spinning here, and they're slinging off as we're drying at a high RPM. We're within 4 RPMs of 1800. That means that this motor is calibrated and the tool is running great. Our dry quality control checkpoint is where we test the tool for function without facilities installed. Once the tool passes our dry quality control, that is where we make adjustments and then place the tool in our wet QC check. In wet QC, that is where we test the tool for function with facilities installed. We have less than 10 seconds left before we move into our dry 2. Once again, that will be a 240-second cycle at low RPMs, 500 RPMs to be exact. And we're ramping down. Once the tool passes our wet test, that's when it's placed into the final configuration, which you see before you today. In this case, the customers send in the whole poly rolling cart. Sometimes customers will send in a bare head assembly, or like the tool to our left here, they'll send in a complete double stack. This is the final configuration. This is exactly how the rinser dryer is going to be installed in our customer's fab in New York. In final test, we're still testing with all our facilities installed, with all the poly installed, making sure that everything is perfect, while also filming a source inspection for customer approval. And then we run 50 various process recipes with different RPMs and different times allotted to make sure it's really ready for plug and play installation in our customer's fab. So we're at a 498. We're calibrated. We're within 4 RPMs of 500, and we have about 3 minutes left. Now that I've discussed our refurbishment process with you, I would like to talk about our spare parts and service support at SciTech. Once again, if you want to see our catalog, if you're not sure what our part number is and you want to place an order, visit our website, www.scitechprocess.com. That way you can scroll through our catalog or search some keywords to find what you need. Under this poly, before I kind of dive into the parts we supply, we have stickers on every part that doesn't get hot, such as our heater blanket, for example. And they have our part number, our website, and our phone number, just in case down the road, say 3 or 4 years from now, the customer needs a part on our piece of SciTech equipment, and it's just that easy to replace by calling us and knowing exactly what you need. That's just an example of our build quality. Okay, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. We are the worldwide leader in spare parts and service. Parts that we supply at SciTech include windows, door seals, pressure switches, door switches, rotor stop positioners, solenoid valves, ACR valves, resistivity probes, tachometers, as well as some larger components which our customers also send in for repair. These larger components are motors, which we will repair, rotors, which will rebalance, controllers that include 225, 325, 228, 328, PSC 101 and PSC 102 models, as well as amps such as LC4 and LC5s. The difference between an LC4 and an LC5 is the LC4 is for 110 volts and the LC5 is for a 220 volt tool. So just under a minute and 20 seconds left. I'm going to list off some of the equipment that we can provide at SciTech. Obviously, SRDs are our bread and butter. We supply all ST, F, and S model rinser dryers that you need, but we're also able to support our customers by supplying other equipment for the wafer fab. This includes, but is not limited to, box washers such as HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030s, mask cleaners including K and S, as well as Ultra T models, metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more, YES ovens, and a variety of microscopes. We also provide barrel ashers and etchers. As you can see from our variety of equipment we can provide, SciTech is your one-stop shop for front-end fab equipment. We have 20 seconds left. Once the clock strikes 0 on our controller here, it's still not safe to open the door. We want the rotor stop positioner, the pneumatic piston that's in the back of the tool, to fire. I will hear that fire, and then the rotor will upright into the 12 o'clock position. We also need the door seal to deflate, release all air. If you open the door too early, you cause damage. That's why. So the RSP is fired. As you can see, the rotor is now 12 o'clock. And the door seal is deflated. I heard it. I'm not sure if you heard it on the video. But let's go ahead and open the door and see what's under the hood. Okay. We have warm N2 purging into the bowl. We also have residual droplets of water. This is a good thing. You do not want to dry your bowl until it's bone dry, as that can make the cassette and wafers more prone to static buildup and attract particles once you pull the cassette out of the rinser dryer. So, most importantly, let's see if our wafers are dry. Completely dry. This was a successful process run. Our customer is going to be very excited to get this tool back and install in their fab. If you have any rinser dryer needs or a need for any parts and service or other equipment, call us at 916-797-9000 and we'll connect you with the right sales rep to get you started. We thank you for watching today's video source inspection. We'll see you next time.